in for a delight. Gonna spread some love. Gonna make you feel fine. So open up your heart and let the magic unwind. With harmonies divine design.
Day, and I am so grateful that you guys are here with us. Um, to kick things off, my name is Michelle Anuntua, and of course, my amazing co-host Kristen Dion is with me today. And if you don't know me, I am the co-founder of Harmony's Divine Design, where I work alongside the amazing T Weaver. At Harmony's Divine Design, we work with new and seasoned entrepreneurs in assisting you guys coming out of your stuck place. So we do this by offering one-on-one business coaching, online classes such as this one, and products and services to streamline your workflow. Chris, you'd like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Teaching Tuesday. My name is Kristen, aka Digital DreamWorks. I appreciate you attending, and I hope you have a pen and a paper because Angela is going to drop some great information that we, as entrepreneurs and in this community, need to be refreshed about every now and then. So today is your refresher course from Angela. Welcome.
Wow. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Angela Walker, and my business is Empowered Marketing. And my focus is specifically trying to help those that want to start a business or are already tongue twister there, already in business, looking to expand, and whether it is with a specific product or a platform. That's what I seek to do.
Gotcha. So, Angela, I have one question. So, I know your gear is marketing, right? So, my question to you is, as an entrepreneur, what have you personally experienced in marketing that may have been a challenge for you?
Well, the challenge was simply just understanding more about marketing based on the niche, the target audience that I had for myself, what was in my vision. It was just trying to just get a full understanding of what that meant for me. And so that was pretty much it in a nutshell.
Gotcha. All right, without further ado, the floor is all yours, ma'am. So, I'm going to go ahead and be a student.
Thank you very much. So, Um, first off, again, good afternoon, and thank you all for joining me here. I wanted to come and share something that I felt was a real passion and sort of a pain point in our field of business and social media, and that was in regards to expanding our reach and knowing where we were going to go. This really came about as a thought for me somewhere close to mid-December. Actually, it was earlier than that when a lot of people were saying, including myself, where are we going? What are we going to do? That kind of thing, which prompted me to start doing some research and which brought about this particular product here, which I call SSA, the Social Success Architect, which is the AI strategist that transforms your social media growth. And um, what if I told you that you're leaving massive opportunities on the table just because you don't know how to expand beyond one or two platforms? Most people get comfortable with one platform and never diversify, even though their audience may be active elsewhere. This isn't just about content creation, it's about strategic placement where your brand can thrive. That's where Social Success Architect GPT comes in. It removes the guesswork so you can scale smartly. Most AI tools focus only on helping you create content, but that's not the full picture. Social Media Architect isn't just another AI tool, it's an AI strategist. It doesn't just give you captions, it tells you where your brand can win and how to show up effectively. Think of it as your personal AI powered marketing assistant guiding you step by step so you never feel lost. Here's why most people stay stuck. They don't know how to expand, and they assume that that one platform works, that no platform works better than the other. Sorry, guys. What works on Instagram won't necessarily work on LinkedIn. Pinterest has an entirely different audience from TikTok. The mistake, trying to copy and paste strategies instead of optimizing each platform. SSA GPT breaks this down for you so you don't have to waste time guessing. Instead of just talking about it, let me just show you how SSA GPT works in real time. So at this point, if anyone would like to, I'm going to stop my share for a second. If you want to do a demonstration and go through the prompts, or give me 1 second, I'm going to get my GPT screen up. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So the conversation starters are which social media platform best suits my business goals? What are the best monetization options for my business? And ready to dive into 100 plus social media platforms tailored to my business. Now, let me backtrack. When it says 100 plus, it is indeed 100 plus social media platforms. And we can only speak for myself. Typically, you know about, of course, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram. There are many, many more that are more of a target for us for our business, and we really need to dive into that. So, does anyone want to be a part of the demonstration, or should I just kind of go through one of the starter conversation just to kind of let you see how it operates?
I
All
can be a
right.
guinea pig if you want.
Ooh, okay.
Uh, that's if you want. Now I'm gonna need you to think outside your box, because I kind of, we want to push it, but I know you're gonna push it, Dean. We'll see
I don't
what you
like
want to do.
boxes.
Okay. All right. So you tell me, which one are we going with? Um,
Let's do with the middle one. What are the best monetization options for
all right.
for my niche business and goals? Okay. Define your niche.
Okay. Can you see that? Okay. Okay. It says find the best monetization options for you. First, it says define your niche. What is your specific niche or target audience?
Um, I would say digital creators and entrepreneurs.
Okay. Okay. We are not going to test my typing skills today because it's just not going to work. All right. Great choice. Digital creators and entrepreneurs have multiple monetization platforms. What type of content do you create or plan to create?
Let's say videos, ebooks, courses and tutorials, and coaching.
All right. Awesome. Since you're creating videos, ebooks, digital downloads, courses, etc., are you focused on direct or indirect?
All right, so I'm going to act like I don't know what you're talking about and says, please explain.
Okay. Please explain. All right. Great. Let's break down direct income versus indirect income. Direct income, you sell your own product services. You make money by directly selling product services or or subscriptions. And it tells you how this applies. And then indirect, you earn through partnerships.
I
And it's giving
like
you the pros and cons for both. Mhm.
that's what I like. The fact that it's giving you being very objective and giving you the pros and cons so you have a better understanding.
Exactly. And it's telling you where that exists for various platforms. I
Right
don't know
off
if you
the
can see
bat.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, let's say direct income.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you. Direct. Um, okay. Great choice. Direct incomes gives you full control over your revenue. It's perfect for digital creators and entrepreneurs. Your best monetization strategies are selling ebooks, digital downloads on Gumroad, Etsy, PayHip, and it's telling you what create and sell guides, templates, presets, and digital art. Then it tells you selling online courses on Teachable, Kajabi, and Udemy, and then offer exclusive video content, Patreon, YouTube membership, fan base. So it's telling you where your business can be elevated based on the various social media platforms with your niche, with your target audience. Is there anything in particular that you would want to break down? It says next steps. Do you want to, which next steps do you want to start focus on first?
It gives you so many
Um,
options. Let's start because of I'm hearing this a lot. Let's do number 3. Offer exclusive video content. Do this. 3
mhm.
and 4 because I can see that doing exclusive video content and doing coaching and consulting can maybe combined.
Okay. Okay.
At least that's my thought process.
hmm Excellent choice. Exclusive video content and plus coaching slash consulting are high valued scalable income streams. Setting up exclusive video content on Patreon, YouTube membership, fan base. Choose your platform. And so then it's what it's going to do is just going to keep breaking it down so that it can make sure that it's going to give you the best strategy for the platform that you want. So which one do we want to dive into first?
Um, I guess step 1. Wait, setting up step 1, Patreon. Yeah. Choose your platform, Patreon, what to offer, behind the scenes content, pricing strategy. Yeah, do the start with the Patreon. Did I answer that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
All right. Great choice. Patreon, a fantastic platform for exclusive video content and coaching because it offers tiered subscription and direct audience engagement. Choose your niche, what kind of exclusive content. So it's going to keep diving to try and make sure that it's going to give you exactly what you want. What kind of exclusive content will you offer? Tutorials, behind the scenes, Q&A. Um, who is your ideal Patreon subscribers? Beginners, advanced learners, professionals?
Um, so to answer the first question, what kind of content? Tutorials, behind the scenes, well, all of it. So tutorials, behind the
Okay.
scenes, and Q&A.
Okay.
As far as the
And then
subscribers would
mhm,
be, I guess, yeah, all of those too.
all of them.
Hmm.
Okay. Computer. Perfect. Your Patreon strategy will attract a wide range of learners while keeping engagement high. Let's refine it for maximum value and conversion. Being able to make those conversions matter. And we don't a lot of times think about that. So finalizing your Patreon tiers. Here's a custom tier structure based on your content. A tier one, insider access, gives you $1 amount for beginners and casual learners. Tier two, deep dive learners, for advanced learners who want more depth. Tier three, for professionals who need feedback, and tier four, coaching for serious learners who want personalized membership.
Oh, wow.
Does that
So
look
tier
good?
4 is $150 a month. Wow. And then the previous tier, coaching and membership, $50 a month for professionals who need feedback. Monthly group coaching. Oh, you can do monthly group coaching. So this really gives you a blueprint that you never even considered. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
playing around with the fact of doing Patreon, but I haven't really dived into it, nor
Mhm.
researched it enough to say, I'm ready to put my toe in the water and do something. But this really opens up your eyes, because I never thought of the tier program doing something like group coaching, where you can easily see that you can create a nice source of revenue
Mhm.
from the way it's laid out and how it's structured. And then you go
Mhm.
into step two, where you're breaking that down, how to set up.
Right. Building if you don't already have your profile set up and your branding, that's something that you do the next steps to make sure that that is clear and concise and goes along with what who your target audience is and your niche.
I like the sales strategies that you have in here. Offer a limited time bonus, because a lot of times as business owners, we're quick to give stuff for free and already start in the hole, and then struggle to start creating a pricing structure, where this is already telling you what the pricing structure is and how you should market um, your business. I really like this.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So, that it of course would keep going. I could say, great, let's go on to the second level, or we can go into something else. Let's see, which one was it? Let me go back up. Sorry, I don't want to make you guys dizzy, but trying to go back to step two. Okay. I'm gonna tell it to now dive into, well, we started with Patreon. So do you want to see what it says about LinkedIn?
Yes.
Since we talked about that just recently
Mm-hmm.
in our, all right. I'm gonna say, great. Let's dive. Oh,
And I would offer a question to the group, that anyone who's in Patreon, can you speak on what you've seen as, would have this been helpful when starting our Patreon, or do you see a lot of value into those who, like myself, have not even looked at Patreon, um, or use it, how that is beneficial from your experience?
Well, I'm not sure if anybody else has Patreon in here. I know I just started. Um, so the insight that this is providing, my brain is literally like blown right now. Um, and I definitely can't wait to dive into it. So,
I
Chris,
see Kristen with her hand up.
Chris, you got your hand up?
Yeah. Okay. I personally do not have an account, but I know of a lot of women entrepreneurs that have it, that I have talked to about it, that have told me that I should get in it too, because it really is a different way to bring in, like Dean said, the revenue. But it's very doable because you can reach target audience that have a little bit to put in and a lot to put in. So the way that you can scale it is how you can do it. And I have literally been told many times to get into it. And I'm glad that I'm here because now I'm getting the insight I need about it as well. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Miss Clarette?
I like my perspective of Patreon is that of a subscriber. And I appreciate the fact that I can go to that subscriber, that particular area, whenever I have time for it. If there is anything that I don't understand, it seems like it's more personal, that I can leave notes, I can leave reviews, and they are available. I've been in Patreon subscriptions for many years, different times, and that's what I like about being a subscriber to Patreon programs.
Thank you. Rosie?
Hey everybody. I've had a Patreon for over a year now, and actually at the beginning of this year just relaunched my Patreon and revamped the tiers. I would have loved to have this GPT because the way it breaks it down and gives you a better, it just, like Dean said, it makes you think of ideas that you had not thought of. And so just watching you do this demonstration with Dean has made me think about adding another tier per se. So the great GPT, this is awesome. This is definitely an eye opener to some of the things that we could be doing and better ways to use the tools that we've already been using.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Rosie.
Like you said at the beginning, Angela, we're not understanding what the resources that we have. We're leaving a lot of money on the table and shortchanging ourselves. So this, I've told you this before. The first time I saw this GPT, that this thing is a game changer. I wasn't blowing smoke in your face. This has a wealth of information that can help tear down the walls that we've placed ourselves in managing our business better and reaching the clients that are part of our niche.
Right. Thank you. Absolutely. And that really came from, it started from the fact that I met most of you, all of you here on via TikTok. And, you know, when the question came about as to what was going to happen January 19th, which is actually when I first started presenting any information, probably an hour before TikTok went down, I made a post with this GPT, and it basically said, "Where are you going? You know, it's expanding your reach." And I just want people to have as much information on all of the resources that are available and be able to use it with all of the tools that's available within it, whether it's strategies, creating schedules, helping you build your brand, looking at things that you've not looked at before. Whether it again is looking at just this platform here on LinkedIn. Dean and I were on a call in a class just recently. And so just most of us don't as well know that you can really scale with a business, presenting your business on LinkedIn as well. And so
This really takes away the fear. And I think that's what it is. We have a fear of the unknown. And so we're not going to touch it, or if we go into it, we go it so blindly and then find out there were things available to us, whether it be free or paid resources that could have helped our business a lot better. So you're taking a lot of the guesswork. This is like a mentor in a box. When it comes to any one of these social media platforms to really get ahead of the game. So thank you.
You're welcome. And so I'm just kind of scrolling through just to let you see that it really is kind of giving you some in-depth information of what you can do and should do via LinkedIn.
So can I ask you this question then? With
Yes.
all the information, and that's a lot to deal with, is there a way that it can be broken down into an action plan, an easy action plan?
Well, okay. You can just, I'm sure, yes, it can. It's here and it's like, okay, this is a lot. Can you break this down into an action plan for me? I'm just gonna say that. Let's think.
That was a really good question, Dean, because I'm looking at all of the output, which is amazing. Um, but of course, you don't really want to get information overload.
Right.
Right.
So being able to condense this list is definitely imperative. But this is awesome, Angela.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Here's a step-by-step action plan. You can build your LinkedIn coaching presence without feeling overwhelmed. And so it's going to take you through week 1, optimize your LinkedIn profile. Week 2, start posting valuable content, which is very similar to actually what we are in the process of doing when we talked about LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's giving you some things. It's not even giving you it's giving it to you on a business day, giving you 5 days, not going to overwhelm you with every day out of the week. Week 3, grow your network and attract coaching clients. Does this sound doable? Is this better in kind of looking at it this way? And it was a lot to look at it that way, but being able to break it down a little bit further, it is helpful.
I would,
Right?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that definitely is helpful. Like I said, in regards before the information overload, but short and concise like this is great. And I'm pretty sure because this GPT is built out so well
Mm-hmm.
that you can even get it a little bit more micro
Mhm,
and actually do
mhm.
a calendar for it. So
Yeah,
every
Ooh.
day
and it will.
is
It will do
planned.
that.
That's awesome.
So, let's say, okay, uh,
I would suggest for this
give me,
excellent GPT that you have something in the system instructions or in the pro series, because I can see this becoming a pro series, a way for it to at least identify the user, how they receive content, meaning, do they want it a detailed report? Can they consume it in bite-sized pieces? So
mhm.
it prevents the overwhelm. I will be honest that I would use this, but I would get so much information. I'm trying to go in so many different directions that I would stop, have that over analysis paralysis.
Yeah, yeah, and I see that. Yeah, we get caught in that a lot of times. So, I hear your feedback, and it's actually something that that's kind of come across my mind, because people need to be taken in stages depending on where they are as a beginner or intermediate or advanced. And so that's part of where I was looking at things from the first conversation starter. But it can very well be across all of them, just in the whole GPT itself. And so I do want to at least maybe show one of the other, maybe the last conversation starter, if you all are interested. Dean, is there any more that you want to see
No,
with?
you've
Okay,
shown me a lot, and I think it's for to let somebody else jump in and
sure. And if
experience.
anyone has any questions, please ask. Mhm.
I came online. I was watching on Facebook. This is Nikki.
Hey,
I didn't
Nikki.
raise my hand or anything just now. Um, I was listening to Dean online. I was on Facebook. I wasn't planning to get on, but then I was listening to Dean, and I said, let me pop in the room. We've talked about. Oh, hi everybody. This is Nikki. How are you doing? Wonderful Joyce Barkers. Um, I I said before that I have this GPT, and Dean was just saying how it absolutely can be a lot, especially with task analysis paralysis. And I lived that life. What this GPT did for me, though, and I think, Dean, you heard me say this before, what it did for me was narrow me down from this wide gate to the narrow lane that I needed to be on. Because there is a lot out there. There's a lot packed into this GPT. But if you ask it the right questions, it can also help you not to be overwhelmed. Because there are 100,000 million platforms built into this GPT. But based on my goals, it gave me the top 3 and how to work on those 3. Because in another life, I would have tried to do all 15,000. Then you brought up Quora on the other one. Dude, why did you have me looking that up afterwards the other night? You know you can't bring up things to me because I'll go look at it. Because squirrel. But this GPT is amazing for simple people too. And I'm not calling myself simple, not that, but you
Not
know
at
what I
all.
mean.
Yeah, not at
But
all. For someone that's just starting out and you really, just I look at it just from the very first conversation starter, which social media platform best suits my business goals. If you don't even know it, you can just right out the gate tell it, I don't know. This is what I want to do. And then it'll go through those steps with you, which is in this one. So when you press that one, which social media platform best suits my business goals, it's going to give you some examples, but I can very well say to it, I don't know. I'm just starting out. I want to help single moms. I want to do this. I want to do interior design. So it will address those things first and then go into giving you some breakdown and trying to, tailor it to you specifically.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
thank you. Yes. Go ahead, Michelle. I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
Oh no,
Mhm.
you're fine. You're fine. That's awesome because that's actually was going to be my question to you. For the people that are just starting, that really has no idea what it is they're doing. They just say, for instance, may have a group of people that they know they want to communicate to. Um, and having this GPT just basically say, like, hey, look, I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I'm thinking. And to have it help you build out, that's really, really crucial, especially with the brainstorming process for your business.
I'm just
Well,
going to give it that question.
I have a question for you. Sorry, I didn't raise my hand.
You're cool.
My question is, I'm going to pretend to be the simpler person because in my eyes, I am a simple person. I'm a mom. I have 2 teenagers that I homeschool, but to other people, I might not be that simple person because a lot of other people might see me as I don't give up. I'm very bullheaded. I'm stubborn, you know. So that's what I get called in my life. But to me, I'm simple. So this would be good for that type of thing as well, because a lot of moms out there that, for me, I'm talking about me, that are older in their 50s, and they might are now finding themselves empty nesters or very soon to be empty nesters from children, and they want to start something new in their life. And this would be awesome for that concept as well, because for people that really don't know, like you guys were saying, but some people don't even know even how to work anything like that, like nothing. And this would be great for that, for the people that are just babies at learning any of this.
All right. So I just kind of added a little bit more to what you said, be it that you homeschool your children and you soon to be empty nesters. It says that's amazing, supporting single moms who homeschool and are transitioning to an empty nester phase is a powerful niche with a lot of potential for community building, education, and monetization. Let's break down step by step to find the social media platform for your goals. First, let's clarify your main focus. Kristen, do you want to kind of be the beginner
Sure.
in this and kind of go through it? Okay.
I'll
Or Michelle,
definitely.
whomever. Hmm.
Would you like to build supportive community for these moms, offer coaching courses and resources that physical? Well, do okay, a mix of all the above. That would be, because you know what? That's just how I work.
All right. And we could have just very well have said, I really don't know. Help me break this down. And it is going to backtrack and give you some questions to kind
Oh,
of break it, give you those points. But it says amazing since you want to build a community, offer coaching resources, sell products. It's telling you various platforms that you would do that on. It goes right into that. So again, if you were in that place, we could have said, I really don't know. I need to answer. I need to go through some more thoughts before we get to this point. But it's already telling you which platforms you would use based on for each category for community building, be it Facebook groups, Mighty Networks. Don't know what that is. That's one of those things of knowing some other people on the phone on the Zoom may know, but that's a new one to me. And that's part of why I'm like, we need to get outside of the box and know what else is available. Anything of interest on here that you want to, like I said, this whole Mighty Networks, don't know what that is. But if you want to do a deeper dive into one of these, we can. What do you want me to tell it
well,
based on what you see?
there was a in the chat. Tell it, just let's say I really don't know. Please help me figure it out, and let's see what that does.
Okay, I can't see the chat, so thank you.
No problem.
Right. No worries. Let's simplify things so you can start with confidence. We'll break it down into 3 easy steps to get clear on where to begin. What type of content do you feel most comfortable creating? Are you more comfortable doing video, writing, audio, community engagement? You know what?
Um, go ahead.
No, I was gonna, go ahead. What were you gonna say? I'm
Well,
gonna see.
I was gonna see who asked the question. Charlene, which one do you want, honey? And I'll respond by, since she can't see the chat. Which one do you want? Since it was her question, I'll let her answer, Angela. 1 sec. Or come on up, Charlene, and answer, babe.
She said writing because she's at work right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So she said writing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Forgive.
All right, great. Since you love writing, let's focus on platforms that will help you share your message, build a community, and monetize your knowledge. Here's a simple plan to start. And it's telling you, it's giving you these other platforms, Medium, Facebook, Pinterest, and creating your own news blog, giving you some of these other stages other platforms that you can go utilize. And let's see, would you like help picking a blog topic for your first post? I can suggest some ideas. Now, is this breaking it down enough for you, or is it from a newer person? Do you think that this is a bit much? And say, I need you to break it down even more and brand new. What do you guys think?
We're waiting for her to answer and then we'll respond. But me personally, I would say, hey, I'm a baby just walking out the womb. I don't know nothing. Like make it work. Okay, break it down more step. Yeah, there.
Yeah, break it down step by step. Yep.
Make that GPT make its money today.
Uh,
Can I make a suggestion?
yes.
Okay, for those people who say and break it down, instead of using the whole itemized list that comes up, take that one part
Yeah.
that you're having problems with and have that breakdown. So maybe that will make everything make sense.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
comes up.
Because it does, it's given a lot of information. And I think similar to what I did with Dean is taking that one platform and it's best because it is giving you a lot is to say, okay, help me with the blog for um Facebook or whichever group. Am I saying what you're kind of saying? Am I saying that right?
She got to find the button again.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I had went down a rabbit
Okay.
hole over here. But yeah,
Okay.
that's what
All
I'm
right.
saying. Because it's
Okay.
easier to do that than try to figure out everything that comes up at one time. And you might not need all of that at one time. So the thing that you mostly need out of everything that comes up, go with that first. Then if you have to backtrack.
Right. So having all of this information is great. And let's see, I'm going to say, help me write a blog for, what is it? Medium. And remember, for my typing skills, guys.
And Monique also put in a good tidbit too, is to have the GPT ask questions one by one as you use it.
All right. It says, what personal experience do you have with homeschooling or being a single mom? Example, do you struggle in the beginning? Did you struggle in the beginning? Do you find a routine? Did you find a routine that works? What's one lesson you've learned? So does anyone want to
What
share.
lesson? Okay. Since it asked about homeschool and stuff, and I'm not a single mom, so I don't know if that needs the GPT needs to know that or not. I'm not a single mom. And I have, my husband does help, but he works many hours, so I had to create a routine. So I've learned to create a routine. um, I've learned to not make my home like a structured like brick and mortar school. I've had to learn to be more flexible. I've had to learn that my children can learn without a textbook, that they can go out in the real world and learn real world things. And I've also been able to teach them things that I think that they will need in the future. So I've learned to not be so strict on the brick and mortar kind of schooling.
Oh, you said a lot. Okay.
I'm
I
sorry.
said I have learned a routine. Let's see.
I've
I've
learned to read. I've learned a routine.
I've
I've
taught my
learned to,
children without a, let's see, I've taught my children without a textbook.
yes. And I've learned to be more flexible. And
Oh, jeez.
yeah, I've learned a lot over the last 6 years of being a homeschool mom. So that's just, that's the little bits and pieces of it.
This is just like not working for me. I myself hitting the tab and then it hit something else. Okay. Let's see, that's amazing. You have a unique perspective because you develop a flexible homeschooling routine and taught without a textbook. This this will be so helpful for single moms who feel overwhelmed. Question two, what's the biggest challenge to single homeschooling moms? I told you already that you're not single, but I said that that's your focus. You want to be able to help single moms. What's your big challenge? What's one big challenge that single homeschooling moms might face? And how can your experience help them? Example, feeling burnt out, struggling to teach without a set curriculum, balancing homeschooling with work. Pick
Um,
one, pick two.
I think the biggest one would be feeling burned out. Like that would be my personal biggest one. Feeling like there's not enough hours in the day.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's a huge challenge for making homeschooling moms. Now let's turn your experience into helpful advice. Question three, what's one tip that helped you avoid burnout while homeschooling? Did you take breaks, use creative activities, or change your mindset about learning? Pick
Definitely
one that
changing the mindset about learning, because I learned that I didn't have to have a book right in front of my children 24/7 or within that set amount of hours for them to actually learn something that they're going to need for their future life.
Okay, it says I love it. Now let's put it all together into a simple blog post. Here's a draft for your first Medium blog post based on your answers. So Medium, for those, is not Medium as in size. This is Medium. This is a social media platform. And so homeschooling without burnout, how changing your mindset can make learning easier. So it's give an introduction. Learning happens wherever. Flexibility is your superpower. So it's giving you a bunch of different things that you can use as your blogs.
Wow, this is amazing, Angela. I really love it. You did an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you. I know we're probably running out of time. So Only thing I want to do, just real quickly, is just to let people know that this conversation started here. The last one, we'll go through and list the different social media platforms in groups of 10. And then if there's anything in particular that you want more information on, it will break it down. You can ask it questions and based on what it is that your needs. So you have 3 options. You can just go through the conversation starters, or you can go skip it and go to the last conversation starter and then go from there. You can work backwards.
That's
Any
awesome.
questions?
I don't have any questions. You guys can
Okay.
stick around, but I am going to go ahead and sign off in Facebook land. So those in Facebook, I definitely want to thank you for checking us out. If you want to come and join the live, you are more than welcome to. I dropped the link below. But yeah, we're going to keep this conversation going on this side. But Facebook, we will see you later.
In for a delight. Gonna spread